Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee and Card. A little bit of a belated welcome to Coffee and Card. It's round 26, week 1, which should have started last week. As most of you probably aware, I have been quite poorly with quite a bad chest infection. And anyway, let's just see if anyone comes on first before I have to sort of repeat myself. I'm not expecting to have a lot of people on this morning because I only just said in the last hour that I was going to be online. So I'll just wait a couple of moments. Please let me know that you can hear me. Okay, if that's all right. I've got 5 people on. So I'm just going to wait a couple of moments just to get people in and on and commenting. Please let me know if you can hear me. I did test my microphone and it wasn't working, but I think I got it to work. So we'll see what happens when I switch over. I feel a little bit out of practice. Good morning, Paula. So please do let me know that you can hear me. So yeah, as I was saying, all loud and clear for now. Let's hope that's the same when I switch over. Yeah, so I've had I started with a really bad cough on Friday, not last Friday, the Friday before, towards the end of November. Hi, Adriana. And by Sunday it was terrible, and I managed to get some antibiotics on last Tuesday, when I missed doing my coffee and card, and unfortunately they made me really physically sick and made me feel worse. Really, I managed to plod on and take them for 3 days, but they just made me feel so ill. And I've been just so fatigued and exhausted, and have slept and didn't eat properly for maybe 5 or 6 days. So yeah, it did 4 COVID tests, wasn't COVID. So I've had a bit of a nasty chest infection. But thank you. I've had some lovely emails and messages and things. Thank you to people for those, because they have cheered me up. And I really did miss it. I've not done any crafting and I've really missed it. And then I got myself in a bit of a slump because I thought, oh, I'm not doing any crafting and I'm not doing any Stampin' Up. And I realised how much joy it brings me to do it as well as you. So have been a bit fed up as well. So I'm pleased to be back on, even though I'm not feeling 100%. I'm probably about 70%, I would say. But today it's the start of a new round of coffee and card. And yes, I just feel a little bit out of practice. I've just realised I've not got my die cutting machine out. But anyway, morning, Anne. So let's see who is on. So Carol's on. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Paula. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Adriana. And that's all for now. We've got 11 on. Please do say hi. I really have missed it, Anne, and thank you for that. Hi, Maria. But yeah, hopefully I'm on the road to recovery. Yeah, I don't like being poorly. I'm not good at being poorly. I'm always on the go. Even the doctor, when I went to the doctor, said, well, you're never normally here. You know, you're never hardly here. I said, exactly. Anyway, let's hope I get things switched over. Please let me know that you can hear everything all right. Okay. Right. Hopefully you can hear me. Please do let me know. Please let me know that you can hear me. Hopefully. Cool. Yes, fantastic. That's good then. So that's really good. Okie doke. So today it's exciting because it's the start of week 1. It should have been last week, so it does mean everything's going to get delayed by a week, but that's not a bad thing. So it's the first time I've missed a coffee and card, and I'm gutted now, more than anything. I'm gutted that I can't say I've been online every week since April 2020 because I missed last week. But anyway, I just could not have done it physically, could not have done it. Anyway, right, so hopefully, I know I apologise to my ladies. I did send things out on time, but there have been a lot of postal strikes and postal delays. So I hope you got your things. So in your kit, it's the stamp set and the dies if you went for the dies. So that's the stamp set. Then you would have got half a pack of papers. Now, I've only really used the Starry Sky ones, but you are free to use any of the other colours if you want to. So we've got those. I can't even remember how I arranged the kit. It's coming back to me now. I did one full sheet of A4 actually at the bottom of the kit. I'm just remembering now. That's to do all the stamping of your beers on and things like that. So rather than cut little scraps, I gave you one full sheet of white A4 to do all your stamping and things like that. And then you've got envelopes and you've got a coffee and a Kit Kat. So, yeah. I'm getting there, thank you. I'm not 100%, but I'm glad to be back online tonight. And Ellie said, right, so the first card, why is that not got? Why is that? Oh, it's in the bag. The first card, we're starting off really easy, really easy. Okay, and we're going with a sort of clean and simple look with a white background. So we've got a thick white card base. We have a circle, stitched circle, and then we have a banner. Okay, and this is the card that we are going to do. Oh, I'm glad it arrived then. I know some were delayed. This is the card that we're going to do. Mine's took a bit of a battering. It's a bit grubby, but I didn't want to make another one because I'm making another one now. So what I will say is be frugal with your paper. Now I'm going to use, you've got half a pack, which means you've got 2 sheets of each design. I think that's right. Yeah, you should have 2 sheets of each design. So I love the sort of checked one here. And what I'm going to do, I always work in centimetres. I just need to remeasure this because, and this you can join in and do this with us if you want to. So it's 9.5 by about 4. Let's say 4. So this is a good little layout. If you're doing any, you can use this with any kind of. So I'm just going to cut a strip off at 4 centimetres. And then I'm going to keep that because we need it for next week and week after and things. And then I'm going to cut it at 9.5. Now, if you want to use another colour, then use another colour. That's fine. If you want to save, that's absolutely fine. If you've got someone who loves red, then use the red paper. That's no problem. Okay. Hi, Ali. Thanks for joining. If anyone's watching on Facebook, there is more chitter chatter on YouTube. So that's what we need for the card. As I say, dead easy card. Now I've not got some scraps out because I gave you a full sheet, but that's fine. I think I've got something here. Yes, I have. That's all okay. So I gave you a full sheet of A4 for your scraps. Now the colours of ink pads that we are using, the Starry Sky, it's one of the in colours. We're using crushed curry for the beer colour. And of course, the Old Faithful basic grey. I'm not too bad, Ali. I'm getting there. I'm not myself, but I'm getting there. So the first thing we're going to do is grab a block. Whoops. I've not crafted for over a week. It's just, and I'm going to use the traditional beer mug or tankard. And then I'm going to also grab the big froth stamp, and then I owe you one. Okay. So I'm using, oh no, I need the other one as well, Julie. So I'm using this one, then I'm using this stamp which fills in the beer, I'm using the froth, and I'm using that one. So it's all these four in that top corner there. Yep. And you need to use that scrap that I gave you, that scrap of, not scrap, that sheet of A4. So I'm just going to sort my stamps out. And that one should fit on there. There we go. So stamps are all sorted out. Oh, you feeling grotty, Jane? It's horrible. Everybody's there's been lots of horrible bugs going around. Just felt so bad. It's not like me. I tend to, I'm one of these who just carries on, but I just had to admit defeat, which really isn't like me, as those of people who've known me a long time. I was getting comments like, I know you must be poorly because you would never miss anything. I mean, I even did coffee and card when I had COVID, and paper crafts and piano when I had COVID. So, yeah, so it's probably been worse than that. Right. Anyway, let's plough on. So I'm going to take the basic grey ink pad, and I'm going to stamp the beer mug. Like that. While I've got the grey out, I'm also going to stamp the froth. I'll probably pop that up there. Like that. Oh, that's not a good effort, Julie. I'm out of practice, man. There we go. Okay. Now, if you don't have the Starry Sky, if you didn't opt to get that colour, then stamp your greeting in basic grey. That would be my option now for you. Always try and help with things. I'm going to do it as I designed it, so I'm going to stamp the IOU one or several. It's not the biggest of areas to get stamped on, but we'll do it. There we go. Oh, I'm quite impressed with that, to say I'm out of practice. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do now, let me just cut that bit off, put that down. I'm going to take the dies. Now, some of you opted not to have the dies, so you would have to cut this out by hand. But I'm going to show people who've got the dies. So I've just got my little mini machine here. And I'm going to pop my stamp in on the platform. Like that. And then I've got this to put the froth out. I might see if I've got a bit of washi tape to hold this down. So thank you for tuning in this morning. Let's hold that down there. And you know, Strictly, I watched it on Friday. Not the same on Friday, is it? Not the same. Watching it on a Friday night. And this week it's on Sunday. Man. Okay. Now, let's pull that off. And that. let's move that onto the floor. So there we have our froth. Now, I could have stamped this before, but I didn't want to stamp it and then not cut it right, you know, with the beer. So I didn't want to like colour it in and then cut it wrong. So if you're confident with your die cutting, then you can do the stamping first. Now I'm just going to have a practice on here with that. Oh, that's quite dark. That's fine. So what we do is we just fill in. This is crushed curry. So we're just going to fill that in. Oops. Like that. Okay. Let's fill that in like that. Now, if I've got a little tip for you, okay? So let's just move that to one side and stamp that off. And I'll probably cover this in the coming weeks. But if you wanted to stamp this, but have it a little bit emptier, yeah, the glass emptier, what you can do is obviously make sure it is fully clean, but bring your stamp, probably easy to show you, but only ink half of it on the side there, like that. So if you wanted to do one and only have half a pint left, then you can just do that. Can I just show you? Yeah. And if you've got like more than one on a card, you can show like you can have like different levels of beer. Yeah. Just a little tip for you. So let's put it all together because we've actually stamped everything. So I'm going to open up my card so it's flat, and I'm going to glue this down on here like that. So I'm going to leave about 1 inch from the top. If you want to use the spotty side, you can show the spotty side instead. So about 1 inch from the top there. Like that. And then I'm going to glue the circle down flat onto the paper. So just eyeball it to make sure you've got a similar gap there. Okey-doke. Right. And then what I'm going to do, now that glues, your froth glues then onto the top of that. Don't have to have the froth on it if you don't want to. Okay, right. So we need foam pads for this one, dimensionals. So I'm going to pop one. And I'm going to put one there to sort of hold the froth and the mug together. So I'm going to do 3 like that. All right, now you might think, oh, we've not got one there on the handle, but it'll be all right because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So take the backs off those, and we're going to pop, oh, I'm going to pop that down in the middle. Like that. I don't think that's very straight. Okay, and then what we're going to do with this one, we're going to make like a bridge, and it's going to go across like that, okay? But what we need to do is we need to put foam pad down because there's not much room here. So I'm going to cut one in half, okay, and show you. I'm going to pop a foam pad right up to the edge there, and it will just tuck in there, you see, at the side of the handle. And then we're going to put a full one at the other side. So it's sort of like we make a bridge. Yeah. So that's going to go over here. And it's probably, I'm doing it in the middle. Just lift that up. Yeah, that will do. And that's going to go there. And there we have our finished card. A very easy card for today. A very easy card for our first one. And just a gentle way of getting back into crafting. Clean and simple card. And you could, you know, when you make a card for the fellas, they don't often want a fancy card. So it's a nice one for that. Okay, so there we have our card. I would love you to send me a picture of what you make, or pop it on the group and Facebook if you're on a Facebook group. I would love to see that. So there we have the card. Card 1, week 1. Shall I show you next week's? So next week's card, we're doing this one minus the little dots because I didn't have enough to include. But we're just doing a simple one, but adding a bit of colour. We're going to use the other beer next week, so just a simple one for next week. Now, Craig and I should be on tonight on Paper Crafts and Piano, so we do hope you can join us this evening. Goodness knows what I'm going to be making, but I have a few hours to decide. Oh, thank you for your comments. That's really kind of you. So, yeah, we will be on this evening. We'll see if we'll last a full hour. But, yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you this evening. Just a little reminder, my bingo booking closes tomorrow, actually. So that would be really nice. I've got 13 people doing the bingo, so I would love to get a couple more. It's festive bingo on Wednesday, the 21st of December at 7:30. I would love to see you online on bingo. And yeah, let me switch over. I'm back. So yeah, it would be lovely to see you on bingo on the 21st. I'm currently planning my classes for 2023 once I can get my head back in gear. So I have got a few things in the pipeline. Also, we have a Paper Crafts and Piano in-person event booked for the 16th of April, and that's now open for bookings. So yeah, thank you for tuning in this morning, and thank you for your keeping me company and for welcoming me back. I missed you last week. I'm going to go make a cup of tea and have a little 10-minute rest. And then I've got a few orders to get out to people because I'm a little bit behind with things like that. But please do bear with me, and I'll get back on track very, very soon. Thank you for being the best, and I will see you soon. Bye.